Chapter 1 of The Mysterious Key and What It Opened. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Ashleighjane. The Mysterious Key and What It Opened by Louisa May Alcott. Chapter 1. The Prophecy. Trevlyn lands and Trevlyn gold, heir nor heiress e'er shall hold, undisturbed till spite of rust, truth is found in Trevlyn dust. This is the third time I've found you poring over that old rhyme. What is the charm, Richard? Not its poetry, I fancy. And the young wife laid a slender hand on the yellow, time-worn page, where in old English text appeared the lines she laughed at. Richard Trevlyn looked up with a smile and threw by the book as if annoyed at being discovered reading it. Drawing his wife's hand through his own, he led her back to her couch, folded the soft shawls about her, and sitting in a low chair beside her, said in a cheerful tone, though his eyes betrayed some hidden care, "My love, that book is a history of our family for centuries, and that old prophecy has never yet been fulfilled except the heir and heiress line. I am the last Trevlyn, and as the time draws near when my child shall be born, I naturally think of his future, and hope he will enjoy his heritage in peace." "God grant it," softly echoed Lady Trevlyn, adding, with a look askance at the old book, "I read that history once and fancied it must be a romance. Such dreadful things are recorded in it. Is it all true, Richard?" "Yes, dear. I wish it was not. Ours has been a wild, unhappy race till the last generation or two. The stormy nature came in with old Sir Ralph, the fierce Norman knight, who killed his only son in a fit of wrath by a blow with his steel gauntlet, because the boy's strong will would not yield to his." "Yes, I remember, and his daughter Clotilde held the castle during a siege, and married her cousin, Count Hugo. 'Tis a warlike race, and I like it in spite of the mad deeds." "Married her cousin? That has been the bane of our family in times past. Being too proud to mate elsewhere, we have kept to ourselves till idiots and lunatics begin to appear. My father was the first who broke the law among us, and I followed his example, choosing the freshest, sturdiest flower I could find to transplant into our exhausted soil. I hope it will do you honor by blossoming bravely. I never forget that you took me from a very humble home, and have made me the happiest wife in England." "And I never forget you, a child of 18, consented to leave your hills and come to cheer the long-deserted house of an old man like me," returned her husband fondly. "Nay, don't call yourself old, Richard. You are only 45, the boldest, handsomest man in Warwickshire. But lately you look worried. What is it? Tell me, and let me advise or comfort you." "It is nothing, Alice, except my natural anxiety for you. Well, Kingston, what do you want?" Trevlyn's tender tones grew sharp as he addressed the entering servant, and the smile on his lips vanished, leaving them dry and white as he glanced at the card he handed him. An instant he stood staring at it, then asked, "Is the man here?" "In the library, sir." "I'll come." Flinging the card into the fire, he watched it turn to ashes before he spoke, with averted eyes. "Only some annoying business, love. I shall be with you again. Lie and rest till I come." With a hasty caress he left her, but as he passed a mirror his wife saw an expression of intense excitement in his face. She said nothing, and lay motionless for several minutes, evidently struggling with some strong impulse. "He is ill and anxious, but he hides it from me. I have a right to know, and he'll forgive me when I prove that it does no harm." As she spoke to herself she rose, glided noiselessly through the hall, entered a small closet built in the thickness of the wall, and bending the keyhole of a narrow door, listened with a half smile on her lips at the trespass she was committing. A murmur of voices met her ear. Her husband spoke oftenest, and suddenly some word of his dashed the smile off her face as if with a blow. She started, shrank, and shivered, bending lower with set teeth, white cheeks and panic-stricken heart. Paler and paler grew her lips, wilder and wilder her eyes, fainter and fainter her breath, till with a long sigh, a vain effort to save herself, she sank prone upon the threshold of the door as if struck down by death. "Mercy on us, my lady, are you ill?" cried Hester, the maid, as her mistress glided into the room looking like a ghost half an hour later. "I am faint and cold. Help me to my bed, and do not disturb Sir Richard." A shiver crept over her as she spoke, and cast
Sample complete. Ready to continue?